Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen to me when I tell you. It's a lot of stuff to unpack, man. A lot of stuff to unpack within Philadelphia Eagles sports. 76ers, just a lot of stuff, man. But we're going to jump into these meat and potatoes right now and try to get through some of this stuff as soon as possible, expeditiously. You already know the vibes. Listen, let's talk about the Sixers real quick. In this Ben Simmons debacle, apparently Ben Simmons is most likely going to get traded pretty soon. You know, we never know when these things are going to happen. But the trade package that they tried to send to the Golden State Warriors is just laughable. Let's call a spade a spade. They tried to get back Andrew Wiggins. They tried to get back James Wiseman and send over Ben Simmons and also 4 first-round picks that they wanted to get back. That's just laughable. You ain't trading prime Allen Iverson. You ain't trading prime Charles Barkley. You trading a dude who needs a whole offensive package. No matter what you think about him, you trading a dude who got a layup package of a 4th grader. He got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? His value tanked. Nobody wants to take on those problems because now it's an experiment on the offensive side of the ball. But hey, moving along, man, let's talk some Eagles football. The Philadelphia Eagles did bring in 2 more guys for competition purposes. Safety. We brought in safety Obi Melifonwu, hope I'm saying that right, and wide receiver Andre Patton. These guys will challenge guys. These guys will fight for a roster spot, and these guys will keep the competition brewing. So welcome on board. Hope you make the 50, hope you make the roster, whatever. If you don't, listen, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to refer to guys as camp bodies because guys ain't coming to a situation just to be a camp body. They come into a situation to put on. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Brooks, man, let's talk about him. Let's talk about Big Brooks for a minute, man. He didn't finish practice today. Walked off with some hamstring tightness. You know what I'm saying? That's not uncommon for a guy who probably, he was recovering a lot the last couple years. Probably overworked himself, precautionary hamstring. I'm not going to read too much into that, but it is a little disheartening for a guy that's getting paid the amount of money that he's getting paid, and we keep having these nagging, depressing injuries. We don't want to keep reliving these things. We don't want to keep going down this same path. But let's talk about some positive stuff, though. Jalen Hurts did his thing today. 2 incomplete passes, really good stat line for training camp. And let's be clear about this, man. Nobody is taking stat line serious when you're talking about training camp, but as much flack and as much disrespect that Jalen Hurts has went through during the course of the offseason and being drafted, everybody saying he can't throw the ball. I'm taking every victory for Jalen Hurts and I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, listen, if it was Herbert who had a good day in practice like this, or if it was anybody else, any other Burrow, if Burrow did this in practice today, they'd be all talking about it. He'd be getting virtual neck from everybody. But Bad Dog and other content creators, they got to do their thing. They got to say we weird for talking about this. But what did Daniel Jones do? You know what I'm saying? What did Daniel Jones do this week? They don't want to talk about those things because we probably already know the answer to that. For a guy like Jalen Hurts and everybody keeps saying that he can't throw the ball, he looked mighty well today. 80-yard bomb. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. John Hightower also had 2 good days. We're not hearing a lot about John Hightower. You know what I'm saying? Because, the media likes to perpetuate some of the negative things and don't talk about a lot of the positive things. They like to push the negative things to the forefront when you're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. But let's talk about some of these positive things as well. You know what I mean? John Hightower looking good. There could be an opportunity there for John Hightower. Speaking of opportunities, Jalen Reagor, man, I want to start off by talking about Jalen Reagor with saying, I'm sympathetic for what he may be going through. They say he lost a close friend of his. It could be mentally weighing on him and physically weighing on him. I get confused with the physical part because how could it be physically weighing on you? You know what I'm saying? This is the 2nd year in a row that we have to have some type of excuse for his physical conditioning. He was on a wrong conditioning program last year. That's why he was heavier and a bit slower. Now, something personal happened and he's heavier and slower again. He failed the conditioning drill. He's not the only one that failed the conditioning drill, but he most likely failed the conditioning drill to not being conditioned. You see what I'm saying? Dallas Goedert also failed the conditioning drill, but he went the wrong way. I guess one of the drills was for a cut left. He went right. The drill was over, not paying attention. Something mental like that. But this goes back to what I'm saying. Everybody wants the Philadelphia Eagles to be in a hurry to get younger, but you need top-end veterans to show these guys how to prepare. Everybody's not coming out of college and being as prepared as Jalen Hurts, mentally and physically, as prepared as Devontae Smith, mentally and physically. We're all so quick to give up on Zach Ertz, but Zach Ertz knew how to prepare since year 2. You know what I'm saying, in the NFL. Dallas Goddard not being mentally and physically focused and able to, he said Dallas Goddard going into his 4th year is no excuse for failing the conditioning drill. It's no excuse for it. And this kind of answers my question as to why we didn't see Jalen Reagor back there fielding punts. Maybe he wasn't in shape to do it. You know what I'm saying? And this is not good for real, man. We can't keep making these excuses for this man's conditioning, man. I don't want to come down on him, but we got to start seeing and hearing more positive things about Jalen Reagor so he can excel within this offense. A lot of good stuff happened, in day 2. A lot of it circled around Jalen Hurts, and that's the type of stuff you want to see. You know what I mean? You want to see your quarterback doing good. He didn't do that. He didn't do as good as he did today as he did yesterday. So he's building on his resume, building on his rapport. That's a good practice no matter who has it. It is what it is, man. We're not going to let people tell us no different. You got to talk about those things. But I would be lying if I wouldn't. Listen. If I was to come over here and say I wasn't concerned about Jalen Reagor and Brandon Brooks, I wouldn't be keeping it 100. Brandon Brooks' health is always a concern for me. You know what I'm saying? And then you go and draft another linebacker. You draft another offensive lineman, you know what I'm saying, and Landon Dickerson, who coming in with health issues. You know what I'm saying? But the position at left tackle is heating up. It's getting difficult for Andre Dillard. Space is being created. You know what I'm saying? He was out there getting Peter rolled today. I heard by Derek Barnett and Josh Sweat. You know what I mean? He got to... I'm not going to hold today's bad day against Andre Dillard because he was a mini camp standout. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to bounce back from this. It was one-on-one drills. It's not easy to hold the man in front of you one-on-one by yourself without gauging what's to the left and to the right of you because you're a part of a unit when you're on the offensive line. So anybody can be beat on one-on-one drills. I'm not really taking that into effect. But when you're getting blown up and you're responsible for covering the blind side of a quarterback, then we're going to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's looking like our big rugby player, man, is looking like our guy. Mailata is in a firm lead at that left tackle position. It's looking like Hightower is continuing to do his job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm waiting for Jalen Reagor to wake up because we cannot wait forever. Let me know what you think in the comments, man.